if you're someone that's trying to become better with girls, you've probably been told that you need to become more confident. And if you're learning about confidence, you've almost certainly come across making eye contact. And you've probably gotten to a point where, if you've tried it, if you've actually tried it, you've probably gotten to a point where you've asked yourself, how do I make eye contact with people in public? How do I make eye contact with girls without being creepy? Now, as someone who's been working on my eye contact for the last 2 years, I've definitely come across this. I've searched it online, and then I've also put it back into practice, and I've learned how to do it. Now, I'm going to give you 2 pieces of advice in this video. I'm going to give you one, which is just blanket advice, okay? And then the second one I'm going to give you is something deeper that's more about you and your confidence, and that you can sort of deal with in every single social situation, because social situations they are very complex, they're very dynamic, and there's different things like you've learned when you're trying to do eye contact. It's not as simple as, oh, every girl you see that you make eye contact, because what if things start getting creepy? Now, the first piece of advice I can tell you is that if you want to be autistic about it, if you're holding eye contact with a girl, just 3 seconds, okay? About 3 seconds, you start to get awkward. About 3 seconds is good, okay? Now, I've seen something. I don't know. I'm just splitting out what I've heard. I've heard it when I was listening to a Kevin Samuels thing. I heard it listening to Hamza. I also saw it on this website that I saw when I was searching how to make eye contact without being creepy. And it was basically, if you're just standing there or whatever, and you look up and you see a girl, she was looking at you and she immediately looks down, and you carry on looking at her, and then she looks back up at you, that she's interested in you. Apparently, that's an almost certain thing, that it's an almost certain sign that she's interested in you. I'm just putting that out there, okay? Now, the second piece of advice I want to give you, which is just about learning just eye contact in general, right, is that you want to make eye contact with people, so you don't want to look and then you immediately look away. If you guys look together and look away, just keep looking a little bit more and then just look away, right? But also for the more internal thing is you want to imagine yourself to be someone confident, right? You do want to imagine yourself to be someone confident. Once you start doing this in social situations, and I think one of the best things you can do is just study people that you want to be like, right? And then just embody that person as an alter ego. What would they do, right? And then once that starts happening, you start seeing when you're looking around, can you imagine someone who's really good at girls? They get all the girls they want, right? Can you imagine them when they see a pretty girl in public? It's kind of just they look and they just and they look away, right? It's she's okay, and they just look away, right? Because they're not looking for her validation. They're not looking for other people's validation. It's just they're confident in themselves, right? So obviously with confidence, it's a very long game. And I actually have a book on social skills and confidence. You can find it in the description if I've put it there. If I haven't put it there, you can go to my Instagram. I've got it in my links. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, but basically, oh yes, I was saying you need to embody someone who's confident. With confidence, it's you start off faking it, and then eventually you start trying to make that real. And you want to try and embody real confidence as much as you can. And in social situations, going back to eye contact, you just want to imagine yourself to be someone confident, and when you walk up and you're looking, what would a confident person do if they see a pretty girl? They're going to look. If they see that she's looking, they're not going to immediately look away because they're not scared, right? And then she looks away, and then maybe within 3 seconds, they've kind of had a look of what they want. And because they're not looking for a validation, they're not staring at her. They're not staring for as long as they can because she's not the most mesmerizing thing they've ever seen, right? They're just checking her out. They're just looking and just getting a glimpse. Within 2-3 seconds, they've looked away. And that's basically the best way I can explain it. And you need to do that with all your social situations. Just embody someone who's confident. What would they do, and what would that look like? Yeah, that's basically all I got for this video. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button below to join the Self-Improvement Brotherhood. And until next time, I'll see you, warriors.